friends, welcome to Technique. This is Zumbal here, and in this video we're going to do the unboxing and hands-on review of the Lenovo smartwatch called Ego, which was announced a couple of months back in India. So we have seen a lot of fitness band arrive in India, the most popular one being the Xiaomi's Mi Band. Now Lenovo Smartwatch Ego aims at competing with the fitness bands, but in a different perspective. We have a smartwatch kind of option along with the fitness tracking option on the Lenovo's Ego. So this is the Lenovo Ego. You can see that in terms of design it looks like a smartwatch, and it has all the basic functions including fitness tracking. So the watch name, you can see the smartwatch Ego, and this is priced 2000 rupees in India, and that's the good aspect of this device. You can get a watch and a fitness tracker, both with a really good design for this price segment. So this is the Lenovo Ego smartwatch, and the model name is HX07, and the battery capacity is 100 mAh, and Bluetooth connection is Bluetooth 4.0. Color is black, and power input is 5 volt 0.1 ampere, and it has a proprietary charging technology as well. So this is a black variant which we have right now. You can see a Lenovo Smartwatch Ego HX07. So that's the variant, and this is available on Flipkart for 1999 pricing. That's 2000 rupees in India. So that's a pretty affordable pricing for a smartwatch and a fitness tracker. So first let's open the box package, then we'll show you how the smartwatch looks. So that's the Lenovo smartwatch. Just taking this out, so you can see that this is the smartwatch. It actually looks like a proper watch with all the buttons and options, and this also has a monochrome display. It is not a reflective display, but it's pretty monochrome display. There's no color option, and we have 4 buttons. One is for light on the top left side. We have the start button to start the watch. Then we have the mode and the reset option. So it has all the basic functions like calories burned, the kilometer you run, the steps you have taken, then heart rate sensor is also included, sleep tracking is also included, and apart from that there is functions like stopwatch, and also option to see the time, because it's more of a watch. So that's the smartwatch. So let's just take this out. So that's the smartwatch. You can see that build quality looks pretty good. You can see that the fit and finish looks nice. We have the Lenovo branding, and also the heart rate sensor at the bottom section. You also have the option to charge. This is the charging pin. So we'll talk about the charging pin in a while. And this is made of rubber kind of finishing, but it actually feels pretty good and solid in terms of the finishing, and it's pretty lightweight. That's one of the interesting options. This is because it's very simple and lightweight design. You might feel this is a pretty heavy device, but it is pretty lightweight in terms of usage. So that's another important aspect. Now we'll come back to the watch in a while. We'll see how the charging technology works, and also what else comes inside. So we have the proprietary charger here. So this is the charging option. Then we also get a manual included here. So that's the manual included with the Lenovo's smartwatch. Now coming to the charging technology, you can see that this is the pin available, and you have to keep this attached to the pin. So it's not the best of charging options. You can see here, this is how you keep it, and you need to make sure that the pin is actually touching these two option. So that's how you can charge. There's a magnetic mechanism, but then the charging mechanism as such could have been better, because if you touch the watch and this goes off, you can see here, you can see slight touch might get this charging location disoriented. So that's one of the issues with the charging mechanism, but otherwise the charging looks quite okay. So that's the standard USB charging on the Lenovo Ego. Now let's have a look at the functions on the Lenovo Ego. So there you go, that's the Lenovo Ego. Now let's talk about the options. So this is the light option. So just when you press, you can see that it lights up. It's quite useful when you're using the device in the night. Otherwise it doesn't feel that great. So that's the light. Then this is the start button. Just press and hold this to start and switch off the watch. Then we have the mode. So you can actually see that you can see the time, the date, and the month, and below you can see the Bluetooth connectivity, heart rate mentioned here. Once you're taking the heart rate, you can actually see the value here. Now if you press this, you can see that this is the steps taken. Then you can see that there is the calories, or rather the kilometer run, walked or run. Then you can see that the calories you have burned, and finally you have the sleep tracking, the hours you have slept, we also mentioned here. Now if you press this reset button, we have two options. One is heart rate, and then you also have the stopwatch. So once you go to the heart rate option, you can see that this icon blinks, and you can see that heart rate sensor starts working. So it can it will start measuring the heart rate as soon as you place your finger, or rather on your body. It will start measuring the heart rate, and once it started measuring, it does take some time to actually measure. Company says around 20 to 60 seconds is what it takes to get the heart rate, and there is also continuous heart rate sensing monitoring mechanism available. So once it starts measuring the heart rate, you can actually see the value here. Now the steps tracking, we found it to be more or less accurate. We tried with other fitness trackers, and it was more or less closer to the values we measured. So the steps tracking is pretty good, and even when you're traveling or driving the car, it doesn't actually measure the steps taken. So that's something which is pretty good. So the overall the measuring of the fitness tracking is pretty good, and even the sleep tracking is more or less accurate. Now heart rate sensor was kind of accurate, not a major issue, but still a slight difference with other fitness trackers we found in the heart rate. So that's the performance. Now there is also an app for the Lenovo Life app, which is available on the Play Store. You can download it and sync it with this device. Now once you're synced, you get a notification when you get a call on your watch, rather your phone. You get a notification here, but you cannot actually read the notification or see who is calling. You have to actually pick up the phone and see that. You just get a notification. Even when you are when you get a WhatsApp message or a Facebook notification, you actually just get a notification, but you don't actually know what exactly is the notification. So that's the downside, but then you can't expect more from a smartwatch. It is pretty much priced affordably. So that's the features. Now talking about the battery life, so company claims around 20 days of battery life for this smartwatch, but in our testing we could get around 10 to 12 days on an average. So 10 days is more or less possible, which is still good. 10 days of battery life with a 100 mAh battery is again pretty good performance. Now we'll just wear it on our hand, and we'll just show you how it looks. It's actually pretty lightweight and easy to use, so we'll just wear it. So this is how it looks once you wear it in your hand. You can see that it is pretty sturdy looking smartwatch, but at the same time it's pretty lightweight. You don't actually feel the weight while wearing it. That's something which is pretty good. So overall we're quite impressed with how Lenovo has come up with its watch. It may not be feature rich like a lot of smartwatches, but for the price segment it is being offered, it does a pretty good job overall. And this is priced 2000 rupees in India. So that's the Lenovo's fitness tracker and smartwatch called Ego. So Lenovo Ego is now available on Flipkart. So we'll just share the link in the description of this video. You can go ahead and buy the Lenovo Ego. So that's it for this video. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.